Hi guys, I just wanted to make sure that everyone's okay with this handout. Before you start your homework, I wanted to review what parallel and perpendicular lines are. So the purpose of this handout is to tell if lines are parallel based on their slope. So number one, the slope of these two lines were the same. The slope was -2. So that's why the lines are parallel, because parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular lines are not that easy. So your job is to study and understand parallel lines have the same slope. Number two, perpendicular lines, their slopes are not the same. So look at these two numbers. The first slope was 2/3 and the second slope was -3/2. First thing I want you to know is that they have different signs. That's the word opposite. And I wrote this on the board. If you think you're going to forget, write this down. Opposite means different signs or opposite signs. One has to be positive, one has to be negative. But that's not enough. For lines to be perpendicular, their slopes have to be reciprocals, meaning a flipped fraction. If the 2 is on top here, then look, it's on the bottom here. If the 3 is on the bottom here, it's on the top here. So really quickly, just so you understand, this is scrap paper, like 1/5 and 5/1. They're reciprocals. 4 and 1/4. Right? There's like a 1 hiding out here. So when I flip, it's 1/4. Here's an easier one, 5/2 and 2/5. These are reciprocals. These two are reciprocals. Those two are reciprocals. And again, one has to be negative and the other one has to be, they have to have different signs for them to be perpendicular. This is why number two, those two lines are perpendicular, different signs and reciprocals. I want to do an example with you. I want to do the last one. So pause the video and read the question. It's kind of too small here, so look at your own paper. And I want you to write the equation or the answer in slope-intercept form or point-slope form. Let me review. If the y-intercept is given, go choose slope-intercept form. If the y-intercept is not given, stick to point-slope form. I promise it's easier. So this problem is talking about, they want you to find the equation of a line passing through the given point. So number 4, this first part, this is the given point, and they want this line that you're going to write the equation of to be parallel to this given line. So you don't have to draw it, but I drew it just for you to understand what's going on. So here's what's going on. They gave you a line. Look, I drew it just to give you a sketch. This is the given line. They're asking you to go find another line that's parallel to this line. And it's got to go through the point 2, 3. So let me eyeball 2, 3. This looks like it's about 2, 3. They want you to go find the equation of this new line. They need the equation of this new line. They have to be parallel, the given line and your answer. And your answer's got to go through this point 2, 3. So they want the equation of that line. Tell yourself that if these two lines are really, in fact, parallel, they need to have the same slope. The slope of this line is really easy to identify because it was in slope-intercept form. The slope of this line is -2/3, so the slope of that line is also going to be -2/3. So your answer's slope is going to be -2/3 because it's the same as the given line, and it's got to go through this point. This point is not the y-intercept. It's not the y-intercept because the y-intercept has x to be 0, and this is what it looks like. If the x was 0, then it would be the y-intercept. This is not the y-intercept. That's why we should do point-slope form. So here's the answer. Y equals, this is the slope. X is going to stay. My other x value is 2. And the y value is 3. And that's it. Leave your answer like that. So we just found the equation of this line, and which that's the answer. Okay, now you can start the homework.